Hello, Valeria. It's really nice to meet you after having only just seen you on your video presentation and answering questions to the judges. I was really impressed with your winning award and would like to congratulate you. And I also have to congratulate you on behalf of one of my grandchildren, a 6-year-old who lives up in Scotland, who, when she saw a rainbow bag in beautiful colors and lovely design, was absolutely entranced with it. And she's been drawing rainbows, I think, consistently for the last 3 years, and was so delighted to see the shape of your design and the colors. And I think that expresses some of the hopes you had with the bag, that it would put some delight and meaning into people's life after a difficult year. Is that kind of a fair comment?
Yeah, was thank you for your words. Actually, yeah, the bag is the result of the creativity that people and human people have, and during the last year, yeah, lots of people were in a difficult situation, me also, and so the rainbow is a kind of hope for the future. After the rain, there is the rainbow, so it's a kind of freedom and has a really positive power. That's why the bag has expressed with the color that this meaning, this topic. So yeah.
Yeah, your answers to the questions about the power of the bag, the double meaning of the colors and things, show quite a profound attitude towards design. What drew you initially into a design career and into studying design?
Which is my career, like
Well, why did you go into design in the first place?
Actually, I started when I was young, I was always interested in art, design, and object. And is my focus, actually, and my attitude. I really love to create things, to sewing, to draw, and this part of me I always keep in my life. So I choose to study design and to work in this area, and I realized that the material, in this case the leather, is really a lovely material. I live in Italy, and in an area where leather is really important, because lots of people work with that. So I just use this my passion and my skill to continue in this work, and that's why, yeah, the object has the rainbow bag was born, actually.
And you said you work in an area where the leather is commonly used, and you've developed a real love for it. How do you find it when you're competing with other materials, like, you know, the one that you were in the final with, which is from leaf fibers, I think? Are you dedicated to leather, or do you have a view on materials?
No, I actually I really love leather, and I live in an area where the leather is really used too. But yeah, actually I love to make experiments with material. So also at the university, I was studying textile fiber, natural fiber, and for example, for the bachelor, I made a material resource with Ivalsa, that is a research center in Florence, near Florence, to make the study of Indian palm leaf that calls Areca catechu. This material is a new material, can be a new material, and for example, in India they use that for make a pot or some kind of object to cooking. So, for example, my study is also in other, more area of material. And natural fibers, for example, are really used to make a good object, good design object, if you mix together.
And then for this competition, you chose the recycled leather route, but you were able to get hold of soft leathers and multiple colors. Was that difficult to find in recycled materials rather than specifying them new?
Yeah, actually it's a little bit difficult, but also easy, because now the philosophy is to save material, to don't make too many garbage stuff. It's better to use everything. So, for example, the line of the rainbow bag is they are thin because the material that I have was not too much. So the measure of the bag is also depending on the material that I had. And that's important because sometimes if you have some creativity, you can find a different solution. Also, if you have less material. So it's a kind of material, design depends on material and the contrary. So it's good to find a solution for that.
Yeah, it's an additional constraint on the designer. When you can't go into the tannery and say, I need this and this and this, you have to say, this is what I have. What can I make for it? I make for it. And did you find in your area, is it fairly easy to get hold of these recycled material? I accept that people no longer want to just throw them away. And
sorry,
I was just going to ask you, is it reasonably easy to get hold of the materials that people want to recycle?
Yeah, it is not easy, but people try to make this easier, because the future is to save the most material that we have, to respect the environment.
I would imagine this will make you very popular in the leather industry, because they're very keen not to produce waste and to make beautiful things with what they used to throw away. Is very clever indeed. And you went for very soft leathers. Was that because of the design?
I use the soft leather for the line, for the handle, because they were like a lot, different color, but a lot. So and I use the metal gold accessories to take the handle on the bag. So the material that I needed was the thin one, and the bag is a white pattern leather, so it's a thick leather, a little bit stronger, and that was good for make the body of the bag. And inside there's still the soft leather, because I choose to don't use a textile at all, just a recycled leather. So I choose a thin one that is light, and the thick is not so big, so it was good for the internal part.
So the bag is 100% leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And the leather industry really will love you. but also much easier at end of life, because if it's all leather, it's easier to deal with them. The problem with bags and shoes is the fact that there are multiple different materials.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So, in your studies, were you actually taught about different leathers and thickness and softness? Is there any training in that you got?
Actually, yeah, I was during my study. I was studying material courses, and but most I learned like working by hand with the leather. So when you make some experiment with material, you really make lots of work and lots of product to find the good solution for the final one. So you realize that, for example, the Arcobaleno bag, if we use other material, we should like redesign a bit all the elements, because the thickness is not the same. Also the shape that is like curvy will not be the same if we use other kind of leather. So this thing I learned like with time, with study and lots of research, actually.
Because you explained at great length the doing of the drawings, the working out of the back. It was a very thorough, very detailed process that you went through. I think everyone listening was very impressed with the amount of detail that you quietly explained. Yeah.
Thank you.
Have you found the path through design into making relatively straightforward, or has it been very difficult?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Well, having gone through college and moving towards a career, has that been a difficult, is it a difficult path for a designer, a young designer?
Yeah, it's complex. In Italy, it's a bit complex. I don't know in other country, but yeah, it was, there are two sometimes there are possibility, but sometimes is not for a long time, or now the industry is not really safe contract for people, so you work a lot, and after the work, yeah, has some instability. So I think it's complicated for me, for example.
So does that tend to pressure young people into having to start their own businesses?
It's hard. It's hard. The market is complex, and there are big industry, and also yeah, the design is complex, I think. Too many things to think about, and the product, the production, the market. You need also a group of people to make a company, or to work in this area. But I think it's nice. We never stop. We cannot stop to use our creativity. Actually, it's really.
Are there centers to or organizations to help you with that as young designers?
No,
there aren't. No, there's nobody who will give you a free workshop for 2 or 3 years to get started, or help with accounts and things. No.
And I actually, at the moment, I don't have. Yeah.
No. It's interesting, because I would have thought in Italy it would be easier than much of the rest of the world, because you have so many great companies there with the resources to encourage young people to come from college, carry on designing, get an opportunity to have experiences, and to get help if they want to start up their own businesses.
Depends of the kind of career and attitude that you have. But yeah, if you want to work in a big industry, yeah, you will follow that, the senior designer, the art director, but yeah, it depends of the way that you want to work with the design, actually.
And how do you see your future now? Are you going to do more with Arcobaleno?
Other drawing, and I have already ideas to make a kind of more product on that direction. So different prototypes too, and yeah, I'm interested to be in Arsutoria in Milan, actually, because it should be really interesting to me, and to learn more, to focus in that direction. So I'm excited to go there.
Yes, that's going to be a super opportunity to expand your experiences and thought processes.
Yeah.
And allow you to see more opportunities for the future.
I hope. Thank you.
I hope so. So it looks like you've got your career on a fairly solid track going forward. We hope. We hope. Would you encourage other young people to follow your route into design?
I think that everybody that has some kind of creativity and this kind of patience should do that. Should work with the design, with object, with arts, because it's a way that can have opportunity and give solution to others. You will never know. So design can help other people. All object that you create can be used to others. So never stop to work on it. People that are with creativity should do that.
It's encouraging to hear you talk this way. So you're not pushing down the digital world and the social media world. You're sort of saying, stay with design, stay with the craft, stay with the skills of eye and a hand, and in the manufacturing. It's refreshing to hear you say that.
Yeah, more concrete, actually. Yeah, I like to work with hands, so it's good that people do it.
Yeah, I think it is a balance. I agree. You can't deny the science. That's I am a scientist, so foolish of me to ignore it. But great manufacturing, like a great car or a great handbag, needs great design. And society needs great design. So it's nice to hear you talk in this very realistic way about your career and your ambitions and the next steps. As you expand your business, do you kind of have a feel for developing a brand, or how do you you know, I think our winner last year was quite keen to develop her own brand and had already set some things up, and was kind of getting ready for a launch over the next two years. Are you in that sort of position, or well, where are you?
I cannot answer at the moment. I think the brand is an identity, and so for that reason should be structure and need really a philosophy and people work on that. So a brand is not one person; it's a group of person with different skills that together make a collaboration. So the philosophy of the brand can be shown to people, and also the product of the brand. So at the moment, I don't have this possibility. So at the moment, what I'm interested is to learn more about the concrete product and process and skills to make a good product, to know what I can create or change. And I think the brand is something more that can be you can realize like with a group of people, with a kind of family that believe in that. So yeah, maybe in the future, but I don't know. Take time, take knowledge.
That's very interesting. So knowledge first, maximum understanding of materials, of creating, of building, and then start thinking about the next stages in the future. Well, when I've been showing your design around, I've been getting lots of questions about will we have a COP26 version of it in more autumn colors or muted colors, a Save the Planet bag from the Valeria. And one thinks that could look very nice.
Can be really nice. Yeah. Changing the color will be, I don't know. So if you use the foliage, I don't know, the leaf color of the autumn can be with the brown, yellow, orange. So it will be super, like also elegant, I think, with a warm color. So why not? Can be really nice.
It shows you, I can see why the judges were excited, because there is that versatility in the design. There is that strength in it, you know, and you answered very well when you talked about next steps with the product, that, you know, you had the answers there. I could see they were impressed. And when you talk about the product like this, you can see it's a strong design. It's not a thin design. It's one that can be developed. It's exciting.
Thank you very much.
So I think I'm getting a little message. We don't have too long, so maybe what I would just like to know if you've got advice. You know, you've already said that you would encourage young people to follow a route into design and the value if they've got the beginnings of interest and skills. Is there any specific advice you would give them as to the route they ought to follow and the things they must learn?
Yeah, the advice can be to try to realize the idea that you have in mind. Because if you have an idea, or just a thinking, it's good that you try to create that. That can be in every area. Just also, I don't know, a writer. If you have an idea, you can write a poetry or so. And when you realize and you start to work on it, it can be real. So you have something that can have more possibility, can give you more, can help you to meet more people in this area, this way. So also with design, it should be the same. If you have an idea, just try to do it and let's see what happens. So I think that's actually the way that I live, actually.
Well, Valeria, it's wonderful to hear that, and superb to talk to you and hear the enthusiasm and excitement you have for your work and for the whole area of design. And can I just end by congratulating you again on winning? That really hope you enjoy the course and really wish you well for the future.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. It was really nice to speak with you, really. Thank you also to the judgments and everybody, really.